Okay, so that was really convenient for adding one new legal entity, but I need to add 2 or more. What's a convenient way to add those?
This is a good question, and this brings us to our configuration file that each model carries with its data. Let's take a look. We have to go to Report Designer, and inside the Report Designer you will find a group that it's called Models, and inside this group you find the matching model you have installed, profit and loss, with some subdirectories, and there is a location called Files, Sample Data. When you navigate there, you find an Excel file that contains the configuration, actually the sample data configuration, and this can be used as a blueprint, as a template to configure your data or your model by yourself.
Okay,
so,
wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So if I want to find this again, when I'm in the marketplace and I've selected my model and I click open, then it takes me to reports.
Correct.
And then that's where I have the overview of the different reports, and on the side, since we have them open, I can see the different tabs. And with this specific adjustment, I moved down from reports to report designer.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
I'm with you.
So you are a different location of the platform, and all the data that is needed to configure and to run the application or the model is stored here. And when you want to configure now mass data, so a little bit more than only one company, for example, we are going to download. In this case, we are going to export.
So you right-clicked.
Correct.
Okay.
Right-click here on the file you would like to get onto your laptop, for example. So even if the environment is installed on a cloud environment or on a server, doesn't matter. You just export to your local machine. So depending on which browser you have, you get a different download option here. Actually, I don't want to open it with Microsoft Excel. I want to save it. And when you download the file, the best way, or best case, just copy and paste.
Okay.
Rename the new one. Yeah, we are working for our Acme company, so you have definitely also a backup for yourself. And then we go and open this Excel file. So it might be that you have to enable the editing, and depending on how the Excel file has been saved, you will be prompted with the chart of accounts. So let's drop this for the moment. We come here back later. Let's take a look to the summary page.
Okay.
This tells you what version of this sample data and template is given, and you see different colored sheets, and some of them are reflecting, like legal entity, components of our model, and this is exactly what is currently inside our model, the structure of our legal entities. And your question was, how can we do more than one company, or how can we add more than one company? It's quite easy. You just copy and paste an existing one, rename or give a different version. So actually we had 18 already created, so we want to have a new one. Let's say we want to have a subsidiary, Acme Roadrunner. And it's also US company, US dollar. Actually now we want to have a company in Germany, and it's with euro. We have a second one. We have 20 here. It's then Acme Coyote, and we have it in Great Britain, and we have a Great Britain pound as the currency.
Okay.
So
it follows the same format as above, and this is the same thing we saw in the, I believe it was Legal Entity Administration Report.
Correct.
Okay, so that reflects this, like you said, the sample data and the master data. All right, I'm on track right now.
Okay, so don't forget to save. So I'm a keyboard guy, so let's take the mouse now. And so it's very important to save. And now we can go the next step. We have to upload this change, this configuration change to our given model,
Mm-hmm.
we have to go back to where we started, so to JEDOX Web. But this time we have a change stored in the Excel file, and we have to upload this to our model database.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we have to go even more deeper into the platform, to the modeler.
Okay.
So inside the modeler, you see some databases, and one has the name we have given the model at the beginning when we installed, so planning model. So you have to expand here, and you see the term dimension and cube as two top nodes. And we have changes in our business structure. So legal entity definitely is not a transaction data, so it's structure. And structure is stored inside dimensions.
Okay.
And there you can see that there are some names are reflecting portions or parts of our model. We saw already currency, we saw month, we saw a couple of accounts, and definitely legal entity is now the thing we need. By doing a right mouse click on legal entity, you get the possibility to upload new structure, new information from a given file. So you click on upload file.
Okay, can you pause there for
yeah,
a
sure.
second? Yeah. So like you said, we're in the side. So we started with reports. And then to find that sample data, we found that in the report designer.
Correct.
And now to upload it, we're down one more in the modeler.
Correct.
Okay, and then we find the name we had given when we downloaded the model of the database. And you expanded that by clicking this little triangle on the
Correct.
side. Okay, and then this legal entity, you right-clicked.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Right, and you will be prompted for choosing a file. So in this case, it's our local file system where we have the file stored. And now I have to browse and search for this. Because it's in the download folder, it's easy enough for me. I select the Acme file. There we did our change. You open this guy, and the system is smart. Here, the system identifies as an Excel file, and so I don't have to change the file type. When I hit next, the system now is reading, and it's also smart here because the sheet in the Excel file is matching the range name.
Oh, okay.
Right? So you don't have to care about this. And also the columns are mapped perfectly. So whatever is stored in the Excel file can be imported now. And when I scroll down, you see there are our two Acme companies we added, the Roadrunner and the Coyote. So I hit next, and the information should be added to our system now. And I hit again next, and I want to run it once. It's okay for the moment. And there we go. Upload successfully. Perfect. If you want, you can expand here also. And you see our Acme Roadrunner Coyote is available here. I also can check directly in one of our reports. And you remember, we added the Acme company. And now you can see after a refresh, I have my Coyote and Roadrunner also available.
Okay, that's great. So that means if I enter it manually in the legal entity administration, it's added, and even though we didn't have that in this Excel file, it's still there. It didn't delete anything. It just added the 19 and 20 Acme, Roadrunner, and Coyote.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Right.